welcome back to my channel. As always, list of materials are at the beginning of the video. If you are interested in this particular file, I do have it down below in the description box. So the first thing I do is I will fold all the scores, make sure I have 8 panels exact, and as you can see here, I'm folding it all. I'm using this folding score. You can find it on Amazon. If you can't find the link, I do have it on my storefront. So score all 8 panels, and after that I will begin gluing with a hot glue gun. You can use tacky glue from the bottom, and I will do this to all of them. I'm not going to worry about the middle or the top. I'm gluing solely the bottom, making it as even as possible. As you can see, the vase I have has a score where you are able to line up, so it's even. I'm not worried about everything crossing over, it looking a mess. As long as the bottom is going straight, that's all I care about at the moment. You'll see how it starts forming as soon as I start going to the middle, but as of right now, we're going one by one at the bottom, making sure we have glued all 8 of them as close as we can to its same level. Naturally, everything's going to be twisted up, but that's totally fine. Once we close it all together, it'll start its form. So then from there, I'm going to choose whatever side, take a sip of water, and then I'll start, gluing from whichever side in the middle only. Sorry, this cut off a little bit. So same thing, one by one. I'm not worried about the top. See how it's forming already? And you'll see more closely. It's already getting its form. One by one with one finger, one by one. I'm not in a rush. I'm just enjoying the time, making sure all of them are glued. And then once all those are glued, then I'll go ahead and move forward to the top. But as of right now, I'm just trying to figure that out. See how it already gave its form? So now I'm going to do the same thing for the top. That's the light I use. Also on my Amazon storefront. So I'm just choosing whatever panel. There's no specific one, and I'm just gonna go one by one. Same thing, make it as even as possible. Apply light pressure just to make sure that it's not gonna move anywhere. That's the beauty of hot glue gun. Once you apply that pressure, it will instantly glue in place. That's why I like using it, but you can use tacky glue. Burley Arts glue is fairly expensive, but you can definitely use that tacky glue. You can find it at Dollar Tree. And see, it's forming all by itself. I'm not struggling. I'm not worried about the bottom. I find it a lot more easier if you do this by increments and you start from the bottom base to the top. It is all formed, and then I'm going to show you how I add the cow print, and I'm just pulling out the cow print. I will make a video if you guys need me to of how I make sure I have enough cow print for each panel. I set it up inside a design space, so there's no particular way or pattern because cows don't have specific ways they have their cow print. So I do like that I made the edge squared, if that makes sense, and then there's some that aren't squared that can go straight in the middle like so. And I'm going to do that to each side of the panel. You can add it just to the top, and in the middle you would add like a black ribbon, and on the bottom you would put the print, or you can add print all over. I added print all over. That's just my personal preference, but you can always give that option to your client or whoever you're gifting it to, or if you're just gifting it just to gift it, then do what flows with your creative heart, right? If you want to skip this part of the video, I'm just showing you how I'm applying all the cow print. There's no specific way. I'm just, before I commit to gluing, I'm just seeing how it would look first, and then I glue it. So now I will show you how I roll flowers. I'm using the Cricut pliers. I got this in a set. You don't need to use the Cricut brand. You can use any pliers. I'm sure Amazon has a huge option, but honestly, even Dollar Tree, I believe, has some. So I just try to do the beginning as tight as possible, and then with the rest I'll twist and twist with my fingers, and then I will glue the bottom. But before I secure and glue the bottom, I like releasing it. I don't know if you're able to see it here, just so it can expand more. And then you see how I'm like letting it loose right here. just so it can get a little bigger. So I'm just tap, 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 and then I will apply hot glue gun, not the 3-in-1 Beacons hot glue gun, because I need that to dry like now, not later. And then this is a good helpful tip that I learned from Let's Do Custom. I mean, there's a lot of different videos on TikTok showing you. You can use a knitting needle to turn the petals just so that your rose looks like it's opened. But this is optional. I like how that looks, that final. But it's up to you, honestly. I'm going to show you the other type of flower. This one doesn't come with the bouquet. You can actually find it on Cricut Design Space or even on Etsy. I don't sell this one by itself. I do have it in the Guardian Angel file, but I didn't add it to this file in particular. So same thing, just twist, 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 and then the rest I'm going to use with my fingers. And this is one of my favorite flowers because it expands really nicely, and when you smash open the petals, it just looks like it's blooming. But again, personal preference, you don't need to use these flowers. You can use whatever flowers you have in hand. If you have Cricut Design Space and you pay for that monthly subscription, they have a huge variety where you can choose from. See here, I'm just smashing the flowers. There's no particular way. Smash the flower however you want to smash the flower. You are the creative director of your own crafts. Do what makes you happy. Moving along, now I'm going to teach you how to add the top of the bouquet. I like to fold all my edges first before I commit to gluing. So I'm doing this super fast, but you can always slow down the video. Apply the glue, pressure, apply the glue, pressure. I'm going to do that on each side. I'm not worried about where did I start from. And then this is where I'm showing you where I did 2 flowers to a 12 by 12 mat. And then I can make a video about that too if you need me to. Just leave a comment down below. And before I glue this, I just want to make sure that it fits. This is the part that's going to go inside the middle of the vase. It is very important because this is what's going to give it its extra strength, because this vase is fairly big. So what can tend to happen is if you don't have this in place, it will be lopsided and it can be falling to one side or another depending on how you set up your flowers. But this secures its thing. See how I just smash it in there and it fits perfectly? The tissue paper is optional. I got this variety pack from Dollar Tree. I like cutting the whole square in half and then making it into a triangle and then gluing it in place. Before I commit, I always want to make sure that I see the layout that I like and then I glue it. And since I already did that, I'm gluing it in place. And you can see how I'm doing this. Nothing fancy, nothing particular. That's just what I like doing. Once that's set in, then I'll go ahead and glue the top to it. I'm not going to add anything inside. I just want to secure that and glue it in place. To each their own. And then I will apply glue all around the hexagon on all 8 sides, sorry. And then I apply pressure downward and add glue where I need to so it stays in place and doesn't go anywhere. The next step I like doing is gluing all my little eyes in place. I made this file for the cow face. It's totally optional. I like that my Cricut can cut everything, but you can of course, Google if you want cow face and print that out and cut it out. Me personally, I don't like using my scissors. If my Cricut can do it, I'm going to make my Cricut do it. Okay, here's just a super fast of how I'm just rolling up flowers. I did a total of 25 flowers mixed. And then after that, before I commit to gluing, this is just me. I will lay them out first just to see how it looks. I want to see, there's no specific way that cows have their prints, so I had it done a certain way, and when I added the face, I didn't like how it looked, so I did end up switching it. So that's why I encourage you to lay out all your flowers first, put the face. If you like how it looks, go ahead and glue it. If you don't, switch it around until you see that you like how it's looking. I know my stomach is showing, y'all. 8 months pregnant, so it's gonna be in all of the shots, and that's what my voice sounds like. I'm out of breath every 2 seconds. I swear, it's a baby and some tacos in there. Okay, so then I'm adding the ears, the little horns. I kind of didn't like how the eyes were, how the eyes are black and the flowers were in the way, so I did end up switching it, like I said. So you'll see how I'm going to be switching some white ones for some black ones, just so the eyes can pop out more. Again, personal preference, whatever you like. Then I commit to gluing. Other than that, that is all you have to do. The file is super easy to make. I will be adding more covers. I don't know when I'm going to go officially to maternity leave. These golden leaves are included in the vase file. Other than that, questions, concerns, shoot me a message here on YouTube. Leave a comment, send me a message on Etsy, on my Instagram, on my TikTok. As soon as I see it, I will respond to y'all. If I don't respond within 24 hours, then I might be having this baby. But other than that, I will respond as soon as I see that you guys leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe. Fun fact, this is not mandatory. I just did it because I had this embossing machine for the longest and I don't use it, so I found the perfect excuse. This, I just added it with a heart shape in Design Space and then whatever font I found, and I didn't glue the little pieces. I just got a black marker and I squiggled in the O parts because I don't got time for that, and then I glued in a coffee stick in the back.